Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to an update video. I think this update video is not going to be as long as I typically make them, but I do have a few things to talk about that I want to just kind of address, because I like to typically make an update video every so often. It's about like 3, 4, 5 months sort of that I make them, and yeah, I felt like it was important to make this one. So the first thing I want to mention is I've actually been sick for about 2 weeks now. I'm almost out of it. The only thing that I have left is this cough that seems to now have finally faded. I don't know, I haven't coughed in a bit today. So I have coughed today, but like not recently, which is good. So hopefully that's gone. And then I have sort of sinus pain, which is sort of like in this area of your face. It's very, very frustrating. I mean, I'm sure everyone that's watching this has been sick at some point in their lives and they know what that feels like, but it kind of feels like someone's like punched you square in the nose and pushed your nose in, and it's the most horrible feeling. It really sucks. Prior to this sickness, I hadn't been sick for about like 1.5 to 2 years. But this one really hit me hard. It started with cold sweats on a night, and then I kind of like, it started with cold sweats just before I went to bed, and then I kind of like incubated for 2 days, and then it kind of hit me all at once, and it was like a cold and flu and runny nose and you name it, I had it. Sore throat, I lost my voice, everything. It was just awful, and I was really hoping that I would get over it in about like a week, but it lasted and persisted, and eventually I went to see, I literally didn't see a doctor until 8 days after it started, which is a bad thing. I know I should have seen one a lot sooner, but it wasn't even a thing of like being stubborn of just like not wanting to go see a doctor. It was just like I can't unfortunately take time off work, and I didn't think that the doctor was available after work, but he was, and that was good. And so eventually I went there, and he's given me some antibiotics to try and get better. So having said that, basically what's happened is that I haven't been able to record for 14 days. I did record today. I completed it. Today is Sunday, by the way, when I'm recording this, the 10th of March. And I recorded 3 episodes in order to finish off Claire's A playthrough, which is good. So now that is done, it's complete, and we can move on to the next thing. So I'm going to give you sort of a bit of information about how that's going to work. So today, the day that this will go up, I'm actually not going to post a video. I'm going to post this instead. This will be posted tomorrow on Monday the 11th of March. Ironically, Monday the 11th of March is actually exactly 1 year after I hit 1,000 subscribers on my channel, which is pretty cool because I'm really close to 2,000 now. And today in particular, let me just say this as I'm recording this, today in particular, I went to sleep and I had 1,912 subscribers. And when I woke up, I had 1,918, and now I have 1,923. So it has been an insane amount of subscriber gain that I've had for the past like 20 hours or something. So thank you so much for anyone, for anyone subscribing and watching. It's really cool. And this is so annoying timing because of what I'm going to say. But essentially, this is what I think I should do, because it's important to take care of myself, you know? Even though I didn't go to the doctor when I should have. But anyway, here's what I'm thinking of doing. So when this releases, it should be Monday the 11th of March. On Tuesday the 12th of March, you will get the next episode of Claire's Resident Evil 2 Part A playthrough. And that will continue until Friday. On Friday, it'll be the final episode of Claire's A playthrough. Then there will be a short hiatus. I don't know how long it's going to be. I definitely don't want it to be more than a week. And please don't freak out like, oh my God, a week. Time goes so, I mean, I guess if you're younger, maybe time doesn't go as fast, but like time is going so unbelievably fast. It's just insane that the days are whipping by, the weeks are whipping by. especially if you have a full-time job, and especially one like mine where like you look at the time and an hour is gone and you can't believe it. The time is just going so incredibly fast. I mean, we're in March. We're like halfway through March in 2019, and you know the year just started, so it's pretty crazy. But yeah, things are going very fast. So here's what I want to do. Friday we'll post the final episode of Claire's A playthrough. I want to follow that up with Leon's, the first episode of Leon B's playthrough. However, because of this sickness, I want to give myself enough time to recover properly, and also give myself an opportunity to sort of catch up a bit. Someone actually sent me recently, it was last year, completely irrelevant to life for the most part, but it actually kind of works. Someone told me, never back yourself into a corner. Don't kind of take things in the sense of like I know how good I am, and therefore this is sort of the level of time that I need to accomplish a task. Give yourself more if you can. Give yourself more time if you can, because you have to plan for things going wrong. And I gave myself a pretty decent chunk of time. Like I gave myself a huge lead. I had like 14 days where I didn't record, and I still only like am now sort of falling behind. But essentially because of that sickness and because it persisted for so long, I now need to give myself a sort of short hiatus. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I have no intentions of stopping or quitting or giving up. There was a period of time where I think that was going through my head, and that's past. I will not give up, I promise. I'm going to be doing this for as long as I can possibly manage. Albeit it is very difficult with a full-time job. Man, I wish I was doing this full-time, but unfortunately it does not pay enough. But who knows, especially with today's subscriber gain, maybe. But anyway, as I was saying, so I think I'm gonna try and give myself a 1 week hiatus. That's not set in concrete, by the way. Like I might post before that time, but at the very least a 1 week hiatus would give me enough time to get to the next weekend to try practicing what I'm doing next, which is Leon B, a lot more. I'll be practicing probably throughout the week. Like I'll be resting, don't worry. I'm pretty good right now. I think my rest will consist of a lot of just solid sleep, because I lost a lot of sleep in the past few weeks, and now I've been getting much better sleep. And once the sinuses clear up, I hope I can get my energy back, because I'm not kidding you. Before this happened, before this sickness, I was good. I was like strong as an ox. I had the energy every single day. I could do my job. I could do my job really well. And then I came home, and I still had energy to work on YouTube, and on the weekends I was like fresh, ready to go constantly. So that's what I want to get back to. And that's going to be my sort of challenge to myself, to try and make sure that I get back there, because I need to get back there as quickly as possible so that I can be ready for when things, start to build up again. Now, as fate would have it, March 15th is the day where Claire's last episode, if everything goes as I'm planning it, and I think it will do, if Claire's last episode goes up on Friday, March 15th, then 1 week after that will be March 22nd. March 22nd is when Sekiro comes out. I did not know if I was going to have enough time to play Sekiro for my next game, because it's going to require like a lot of practice and a lot of understanding. It's like a brand new Bloodborne essentially. It's actually not even, it's Bloodborne in the sense of like a different aesthetic on kind of like on an original concept, because this is such a new game that's probably going to be quite different from Dark Souls and Bloodborne. But it kind of has that fresh Bloodborne feel, and I think everyone is hoping that when they play Sekiro, they will feel like they felt when they played Bloodborne, because I constantly hear the same thing over and over again about Bloodborne, about how amazing of a game that was and what a top-notch game it was for PS4. So I'm hoping that starts again. So because I give myself an extra week where I probably won't post episodes, again, not guaranteed, but that's my plan. It will allow me to still have quite a few episodes of Resident Evil 2 to work on, to create, to watch through, to edit, to save, to upload, to post. If you can imagine how much time that takes, it's insane. But I want to do all that, and I want to obviously play Sekiro quite heavily and get myself comfortable with the control scheme. Now, I have a feeling that Sekiro is going to be much harder to get used to than I'm usually capable of, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it'll take me a very long time. Like Neo, for example, I played that for so long before I even started making that guide. And I'm just worried that Sekiro will be a similar thing where it's like, I really want to make a guide, but I just don't have the time to commit all these hours to playing it to make like a proper guide. So I want it to be the next game, but whether it's going to be or not, I'm not really sure. We do have Easter coming up in April, where we'll have 2 extra days off from work, plus in Australia and I think New Zealand as well, we have an extra day called Anzac Day. So it's going to be like, I think it goes, I can't remember which week it is, but it's like we get the Friday off, then we have Saturday and Sunday off because it's a weekend, then we get the Monday off, then we have Tuesday and Wednesday back to work, then Thursday is off because that's Anzac Day, then Friday back to work, then Saturday and Sunday. So there's a nice good amount of like days off there where I can play. But I mean, I'm planning like a month in ahead. I don't know what I'm going to be doing then. I don't know if I have the opportunity to play that much then. I'll do what I can. I'll see how it feels. I'll see if I can get really good at it and make sure that I can make something proper. If things turn out negatively, as in like I don't feel like I can make something quality like immediately, I may hold off on doing Sekiro and push it back a little bit further. It's frustrating to do that because I really want to like kind of get it done, but I mean, it's just, it's the way it's got to be. I've got a full-time job. I can't survive on this alone. So it has to be slow going, unfortunately. And I wish I could say I'm like that brave to go, no, I'm very, very confident that what I'm doing is like, it's slow, but it will build, and I'll definitely have like a platform that will be able to sustain me in the long run. And I wish I could say with utmost confidence that that's the case. And I do truly believe that, but to take a leap of faith and leave and put all your eggs in one basket, it's just not feasible. You know, you only get one life, and you got to kind of like, you got to tiptoe, you know, you got to take risks, but like take calculated risks, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's very, very tough. What else? So yeah, there's still a lot to do with, this is pretty much, I'm going to end it here, but there's still a lot to do with Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's going to take some time to get through. Like I said, Sekiro, I want it to be the game after that, but I don't know if it will be. If not, I'll try and come up with something else. Everything else has also been on the back burner. Like, I know I talked about Patreon, and myself and my sister, we're doing more research into it and seeing if it's something that we can actually viably put out, because my sister has done more research into it, and it seems like if we can create incentives for you guys, rather than, I think in the last video I said I would just kind of do it so that there was a place for people to donate, but if I can create an incentive, then that would really help me out. And I feel like there's a lot of support for me out there, which is really good. I know that there are a lot of people who watch me who either say very specific things. I hope that when people watch, like, they want me to succeed, and they want me to grow and support, because I occasionally get that channel or that comment of like, hey, I really want to see your channel grow, and I want to support you all the way. I've had before, like, how can I support you in other ways than just watching? So I really want to kind of like develop that and bring it out, but it's just, you know, everything takes so long when you're not doing it, when you're not concentrating on it 100% of the time, or when you've got other things to deal with. But yeah, that's unfortunately how it goes. Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say at the moment. 15 minutes almost, so yeah, pretty good. It's sort of a shorter video. I apologize for not giving you an episode today, but you'll get one tomorrow and the 3 days after that, and then there will be a short hiatus. If you're like worried, you know, or if you're like, oh, I really need to watch something, I do have like thousands of other videos as well. I doubt everyone has seen everything. I know that some of you might not find certain things interesting, but there are some really interesting ones. Honestly, I know this is going to sound silly, but my personal favorite is Tales of Symphonia, and I realize it's like 233 episodes long, which is a massive commitment. But you don't even have to watch the whole thing. If you watch like the first sort of 100 and something, you get, and I know again that's still a lot, but you'll get the gist of it, because the story is just so great, and RPGs work so well as RPGs, like survival horror, they work so well as like a story medium. So it's really fun to experience that story. I love that game personally. But anyway, that's just a suggestion. You've got a whole bunch of other videos to watch, and it's only a week. It'll fly by. You'll see it. So I'm gonna do my best right now to rest, relax, and also work smart, so that I can still make progress for the channel. And yeah, I want to do that so I can just get as much content out as possible for you guys, as soon as I can, because things are really hard right now. But I have to pray that, you know, life is a roller coaster. You have ups, you have downs, and right now I'm in the middle of like a down that's going back into an up. And so when I get back to that up, I've got to make sure to put all my energy to maintain that and just keep it going. And it's ironic that like I've put so much energy into it that I've come to this slightly down stage, but now I'm sort of somewhat reaping the rewards, especially with today's outrageous subscriber growth. I mean, I keep refreshing the page every so often and there's another one, and I can't believe it. So it is really crazy. Again, I think I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, everything that you guys do. It all really helps. And I think, yeah, we'll get there in the end. I've just got to keep strong and keep going. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. I hope you guys are all well. I really hope you guys are not sick, because it sucks being sick. I hope that I don't get sick again for a very long time. I don't expect to. I actually thought that I'd come back really strong after the sickness, and technically, since I'm still sick, I'm really holding out hope for that to be the case. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Alright guys, so thank you again for watching. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.